is wicked. Everything you look at, touch, you know, they casting out these imaginations is all wickedness. So it makes you it makes it difficult in certain to keep certain laws, man. That the ones that we can keep. You know? Now when you come in this thing, you done been in it for, you know, a couple of years. You know, it ain't no big deal. When you first coming in, you know, your faith is you feel like your faith is through the roof. You know, you excited. That's the honey. You know, you didn't tasted the honey, the goodness of this truth. You found out that you're an Israelite, and you like, man, that's it. We gonna get the kingdom. The white man, the devil, they going into slavery, and you know, the bitterness ain't set in yet. You know, I mean, you thinking about, you know, I'm keeping these laws. I'm gonna keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, but you gotta, you know, you gotta work on that, getting better at basically keeping the Sabbath. Like, for example, the Sabbath day, being more disciplined when the Sabbath time come around. You know? Being more disciplined with the dietary law. Yeah, you can eat lawful, but you can eat lawful things that's not expedient to eat.
That's right.
You know? You know, you had an urge, the Sabbath come around, your woman trying to get you to pop her. If you got a woman, she might try to get you to, it ain't even no might. If you're around her, man, that demon gonna hop on her and she gonna try to get you to jump on her. She gonna try to seduce you, you know, fight that. You gonna have to, you know, resist it, you know, or whatever the case may be. So you gotta get your butt kicked, cause you gonna go off, man. The reality of it is, you gonna get better and to being on point in this truth as time progress, or your time in the truth progress. You know, you have to get your butt kicked to learn your lesson. The Most High gonna put hell on you anyway, because you trying to live a righteous lifestyle, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments in a faggoty ass wicked kingdom, man. You know, that's hell right there, because it's hard for you to try to live righteous in the kingdom that suffocates you with abominations. You know, they got pork hidden in all the foods. They got GMOs. All the food is basically GMO, full of hormones. The water's contaminated. The air's contaminated. The city smell like shit. Literally.
Literally. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gonna suffer in this truth. And then the scriptures say, suffer not as an evildoer, you know, but suffer for basically suffer for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's sake. Namesake.
I got the scriptures on that suffer.
Right, yeah, come. So, you know, like the brother was bringing out, you're gonna have to go through some. The Most High gonna have to kick your ass to get you in order, or for you to become obedient. You know, that's a refining process. You know, because the ones that make it on the chariots of Israel, that gets beamed up out of here and delivered from the nuclear destruction that's to come, by the way, which these other camps don't mention, don't go into. You ain't gonna be no half-ass Israelite, man. You gonna have to have your shit right. You know, with the Most High. Like Jake like to say, you gotta have your game tight. I mean, you gonna have to show the Most High that you diligent. You know, and then them sufferings that the Most High put on you is what's gonna perfect you. Go ahead. I want them ones I called for, that one in Hebrews, I want that to come out, and then whatever y'all got right now, bring that out first. Now, bring out your precept now, but I want that scripture to come out.
This is Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I were without cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Hey, that's it. You're gonna have to be on fire in this truth, man. Them are the ones that's gonna make it up out of here. The one that's that's hot, those are the ones that's gonna show forth diligence. You know? Bring out your precept.
It's 2 Corinthians 1 and 6. Hold on, I'm starting at 5. For as the sufferings of Mashiach abounded in us, so our consolation also abounded by the Mashiach.
Yeah, because hey man, that's Ezekiel 9 and 4, which talks about set a mark upon those that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You know, so that's suffering in itself. Just being in the midst of this wicked ass kingdom, man.
Right.
You know, you sighing and crying every day. You walk out the door, whether you gotta go to work, whether you gotta go put some gas in your car, whether you gotta go to the grocery store, or whatever you gotta do in this kingdom, man. You know, every time you walk out the damn house, you seeing punks and lesbians everywhere. And they in the middle of the street twerking. Flaunting they
Frolicking.
being flamboyant, yeah, frolicking, that's the word. Frolicking they homosexuality. And then in the so-called white man, we've been getting on Jake and, you know, going into other topic, but the so-called white man, you know, he's the reason behind all this madness going on here in Babylon. He is the one that allows this wickedness to take place. Because he ain't upholding the laws of this book, he upholding the laws of Satan. That's why the scriptures say that he caused it all to worship the image of the beast. No, it ain't worded like that, but the scriptures talk about the image of the beast. You know, the image of the beast is the so-called white man's power structure, his whole setup, and how he makes the earth turn with his different policies, laws, his laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, because everything that's happening in the earth concerning the white man's power structure, how he got everything set up, the military, the money, the different industries, government funding, so forth and so on, is how you run it and how it functions is all written down in black and white. You know?
I got some feeling what you're saying. It's Sirach 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right. So that helps shed light on the point that, you know, who's ever in power, the trickle down effect is gonna happen and manifest on what type of behavior is gonna be going on in society, man. If you got a wicked ruler, society is gonna be wicked. You know, if you got a man of the Lord or somebody that's upholding this Bible, the laws, statutes, and commandments of this Bible, then that you're gonna see the results of that on the people. You know? Now going back to the point about the so-called white man is the reason why all this wickedness is running rampant in the streets. You suffering by just being here in the midst of all this garbage, man. Read that in Corinthians again, not 1 Corinthians. Yeah, the one you just read.
2 Corinthians 1 and 5. For as the sufferings of Mashiach abound in us, so
the sufferings of of who the world ignorantly knows as Jesus Christ abound in us. You know? Go ahead. Like bearing the cross, you know? How Yahweh said, if you don't bear, if any man that bear not his cross cannot be his disciple. Go ahead, all right?
So our consolation also abounded by the Mashiach.
Yeah, and because meaning what we gonna get from going through these sufferings is based upon Yahweh Shai. You know, it's gonna come from him. So from going through them sufferings, you know, we gonna get a constellation. You know, from carrying our basically carrying our cross in this truth. You know? Go ahead, huh?
6th verse. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
It is for we being afflicted for our consolation and salvation. Get Romans 8 and 17. There's more on there?
Yes, there's more.
Oh, well, finish that and then jump to Romans 8. You get Romans 8 and 14. And then whatever and keep holding that too.
And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
Whether you be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation. That's the whole purpose of the Most High. Yahweh Shai placing that hell upon us. You know, so we can get right, that we may receive salvation. Because you ain't gonna make it up out of here any kind of way. You know? They talk about, man, I can't get off them cats, man. I hate seeing them niggas teach, man, cause they, you know, they going off big time, man. But the Most High gonna deal with them. The ones that don't come up out of that madness, the Most High is gonna judge you, and in a real harsh way. You know? But they over there talking about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments perfect, and them cats is breaking all kind of laws, man. They ain't going through no sufferings, man. They over there trying to be rap stars and shit. Certain other camps having cook-offs and shit, talking with pink slime.
No, they're not keeping lockers. Some of them got dreadlocks, some of them lined up, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them got tapered beards and everything.
What you got? You saying? Want to say something?
The way they keep the Passover.
Oh yeah, they ain't even, you know, we rehearsing. We ain't truly keeping the Passover, even us. We doing a rehearsal basically, but they actually making mockery of the Passover. You know what I'm saying? That's a solemn assembly. The scriptures tell you that the Passover is a solemn assembly.
Solemn, yeah,
you know, serious, very, you know, serious time, man. All you gotta do is read the account when Yahweh Shai and the 12 apostles had the Passover, you know, or the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and that was a serious reading it. Well, if you're a nigga reading it, you just read right through it and be like, okay, it just happened.
Oh, well.
But if you're reading it with understanding the significance of the time, you understand that this was a heavy, serious time, you know, the Passover, you know, or the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you know. So it ain't a time to be having no rap concerts when you trying to keep the Passover. You know, singing and dancing. You got women and children in the audience or in the.
Oh, right, it was the audience. They was rapping.
Well, yeah, okay, well, come. That's right. That's madness, man. So they ain't going through no sufferings, man. The whole purpose of going through these sufferings is to make it up out of here, and we gonna get a reward for it, or in other words, a constellation. You know. But on this side right now, we unprofitable servants, man, until we get our salvation. Lord willing, you know, we of the men. As of now,